Hello. Hey Jay. How you doing? Happy Sunday. What you got going on, Jay? What you got going on? Yeah, you know when I put this shirt on, I'm about business. We're gonna talk business today, Jay. You know when I put this shirt on, it's all business. You know I come on here and I kiki, I have a good time with y'all, but today we're gonna talk about business. I've been working on some stuff for my business all day, doing some stuff for a couple of clients. So I've been in innovative business consulting mode all day. So we're gonna talk business. I don't know if people who follow me are want to start a business or thinking about starting a business, or just don't know how to start a business. But let me get my intro. Let me get my pitch before I get started. For those who don't know me, my name is Felicia. I am the owner and CEO of Innovative Business Consulting. I help business owners, entrepreneurs, small business owners maximize their profit with the innovative approach. That's what my business is all about. I do business consulting, I do business coaching, I do market analysis, business plans, branding. I help you structure your business model. I help you make money. I help you bring in revenue, bring in profit with the innovative approach. That is my whole dynamic of my business, is to be innovative. So today I'm on here to business. So I'm good. How you? I'm good. Nothing eating. This good Sunday dinner. Okay, you cook. You cook. I know that's right. I know that's right. You cook. I know that's right. I know. It sounds good. So let's talk business, y'all. Let's talk. Let's talk about some. Marketing is the I would say, for me as a business guru, I would say that marketing is the meat and potatoes of a business. You got to have a good marketing strategy to be successful in any type of business, right? Because if you don't market yourself and market your business, who's gonna know about your brand, right? And we know that a lot of times different businesses are competitive. We have competitors out there, so our marketing game got to be on point, right? So I always like to start off talking to my clients about marketing themselves out there. And I had one client. She's an esthetician, and she was just, I mean, she got the skill set. She's licensed. She's here in Atlanta. She got a beautiful, aesthetically pleasing place. And she might be on here. She might watch this video. But she was just having a lot of issues with marketing herself, right? Because she's an introvert, right? And a lot of times, a lot of business owners are introverts, right? They don't know how to get out and be sociable, and how to market their business, and how to, get their brand out there. So she was just kind of struggling with that. She wasn't able to, go on social media. Very attractive woman, you know. I hate to say it, but look sells, right? If you're attractive and you got something to sell, or you got something to say, 9 out of 10 people are gonna listen to you, right? So attractive woman. And I told her, I said, you got to get out in front of business. You have got to market your business, right? You got to get out and you got to talk to people. You got to let them know about your brand, where you at. Let them know you're the owner. This is yours. Every day, get on social media and make some type of content, because she's an esthetician. We know it's thousands and thousands of estheticians here in Atlanta, right? It's a lot of black women that are estheticians here in Atlanta. So she's already in a competitive market, and she just didn't know how to put herself out front. So we went over some techniques to kind of help her. And I'm gonna go to her shop and get a facial. Once I have time, I'm gonna go, and when I go to her shop, I'm gonna go live on my YouTube just to give her some exposure. But the name of The name of her esthetician business is called Rays. And you know, she's on social media. I mean, she does all the promotions. I think now she's running a promotion for $97, you know, for Father's Day. I mean, she got all that down pat. But it's just the part where she doesn't know how to how to express herself, you know, when she's on social media. She has behind, you know, she'll show her you know, her office or where she does the facials and things like that, but she won't show herself and come, hey, I am, like I just said, I gave my pitch, right? We all know that you have a business, you got to have an elevator pitch, right? 3 seconds. So I come on, I give my pitch, you guys know who I am. And I also like to tell people my credentials. I have a degree in business administration from Mercer University. My grad degree is from Liberty University. I have an MBA. So I like to come on and tell people, you know, I do have some type of knowledge about business. I'm just not out here saying that I'm a business coach. I'm a business consultant. Let me see. You can share. Okay, I'll share her IG. I definitely will. You know, I don't like to come on. You know, it's a lot of people saying, you know, I'm a business coach, I'm a business consultant. I help you do this, I can help you do that. And I'm not saying that they can't, but y'all, it's different methods and procedures and steps that you have to take in business, and there's different type of formulas and calculations to help you bring in revenue and to help you position. And you know, there's like psychological things about marketing you have to know. And I'll give you a perfect example. It is not by coincidence that Chick-fil-A has great customer service. It's not by coincidence that when you drive up to a Chick-fil-A, drive-through line is around the building. That's marketing, y'all. From the color, from that red to that white, from how the drive-through is set up to the front on their menu, all of that is called psychological marketing. All of it is called psychological marketing. So I want to talk about the 4 P's of marketing. So we know that it's the product, it's the price, it's the place, and it's the promotion, right? So it's product, how you're gonna price it, where you're gonna place it, and how you're gonna promote it. So these are just basic things with marketing, and we call these the 4 P's, right? If y'all can hit the like and share the live for me, I would appreciate it, because we're talking business today. We ain't talking about no man. We ain't talking about nothing. We talking about getting another stream of income, and I want all of us another stream of income. I want all of us to have an LLC, right? I have 2. Samantha has 2. I've gotten her 2. I have 2 LLCs. I think that we should all have some type of other stream of income, whether you want to have a t-shirt making business, whether you want to make mugs and put some logos on them, whether you want to sell a shea butter, whether you want to sell body oils. I think that we should all have some type of other stream of income besides our mainstream of income, right? And we need to know how to finesse through this and navigate through this thing called business. Let me see. I don't get why fast food restaurants don't be their business model. It's not. And I always use Chick-fil-A as an example for good customer service, right, y'all? Y'all, I'm looking for my fan. Child. I don't know why people don't use Chick-fil-A. Hey, Cass T, we talking all this today. I know I come on here, but when y'all see me with my shirt on, I'm promoting Innovative Business Consulting. That is my baby. I've been in business for 10 years now. If you follow me on my business Facebook page, I have videos over there where when I first got my business license, I did video. When I registered with the state of Georgia and got my LLC registered, I did a video about all of that. So I've been in business for 10 years, but I just don't promote it. I don't rock my baby enough. So I'm going to start rocking my baby and getting back in there. I have clients that I've been working with for a minute, and most of my clients are service clients. They provide services instead of products. I don't have any clients that actually have products. All of my clients have services, whether they're hair salon, esthetician, nail salon. I have worked with a couple of physical therapists because of my medical background, because I do credentialing and contracting with healthcare. So I can go that route and help as far as, helping healthcare providers. So I have done some things with healthcare providers as well. But getting back to Chick-fil-A, their business model is impeccable. Their whole business model is impeccable. It is not by, and I'm going to tell you who else has a good business model. Publix. Publix has a good business model. Publix has a good, the way they position their product on them in the end of the rows, the end caps. That is not by chance. That's done intentionally. The different colors, y'all, there are colors that trigger you to want to buy a product. There is pricing. There is something called psychological pricing, where you may see something that's $9.97. $9.97. Well, it's $10 really, but in your mind, when it's not, oh, that's $9.97 instead of $10. You think you're getting a bargain. Y'all, it's about pricing. It's about the psychological approach of marketing. Once you get that down, if you sell products or you provide service, never put your product at a whole dollar or your service. You always want to do a 99, a 98, a 10.99, 11.98, $8.97, $9, $10, $100, $99.99. People psychologically, when it's a penny off from a whole, psychologically we think that we're getting a deal. Yeah, they do it by design. It's by design, y'all. It is by design. It is all by design. So the 4 P's of marketing, when I always start my class off with marketing and positioning, and especially in Georgia, in Atlanta, especially in Atlanta, because the market is so saturated, y'all, with all type of businesses, especially the service industry, right? Hair salon, nails, esthetician, it's just saturated, and you always have to, when you have a business and you want to be ahead of your competitors, you always want to think outside the box, and you always want to have an innovative approach. You never want to do what your competitor is doing. You want to do the opposite of what your competitor is doing, right? So, perfect example, Chick-fil-A. What do they say when you order your food and at the end of the order? My pleasure. How many other fast food restaurants you know that's saying, my pleasure? Impeccable customer service. You will have, and I will never forget this. My undergrad at Mercer, my marketing teacher, she was the executive of marketing or something of Honey Baked Ham, right? And she told us, she said, you can have 5 happy customers are pleased with your service, that love everything about your service, whatever you provide, your product. But if you have one, that one unhappy customer is gonna go and tell 10, 5, 20 people, and that negative, because we know negative spreads quicker than anything positive, right? So customer service is the key. Is one thing that I cannot stand is bad customer service. I don't care if I walk into a business and the aesthetics are impeccable. Everything is up to par. You know, it's beautiful, it's clean. But if I walk in there and nobody speaks, nobody acknowledges me, nobody is glad, you know, to act with me or get my business or for me to spend my money, I turn around and walk right out. Customer service is the key. You gotta have good customer service. And also, a lot of times you will have people that are in business that are just not good people. People, you know, can't interact with people, right? You have people in this, they just not person. You know, they just don't know how to interact with people, right? They just don't have. They act like they've been raised by a pack of wolves. They smart. They got, you know, they got the business thing pat as far as what they need to do, but they have no people skills. They have no interaction. You know, they're not able to interact with people. I hate people when you talk to them and they can't look you in the eye. You know, when you doing business with them, they kind of hold their head down or their eyes kind of shifty. You know, I get kind of concerned about people like that when I'm doing business. And that's okay. Everybody don't have those people skills. Everybody don't know how to, you know, interact with people. That's a skill, y'all. That's a skill set to be able to sit down and interact with people and talk to people and to be able to deliver over a message and to know how to sell your product and to know how to market your product. That's a skill set. And that's okay if you don't have. That's where I come in at, to be your business coach, to be your business manager, to sit down and say, hey, I can be the liaison for you between your customers and your business. I can go up front whenever you have a situation, and I can do things like that for you. Perfect example. I have a young lady, hairstylist, own a business. She's been a hairstylist for a minute. She was in a business partnership with another young lady. I don't know if you all remember the free that they had, where a lot of pipes a couple of years ago. But anyway, her and this young lady was in business together, and their suite got real damaged by it was flooded and it was cold and the pipes bust and everything got damaged. Anyway, they wanted out. They didn't want to be in partnership anymore, right? So she really didn't know. They were going forth, it was like a tug of war. She didn't want to meet her halfway, and she didn't want to meet her halfway. And so she said, look, she called me Miss Felicia. She said, Miss Felicia, I don't know what to do. I don't really want to go back and forth with her. I really don't know how to, handle this situation. Can you intervene and can you help me with this process? We're in a lease. She said, we're in a lease. I want to get out of the lease. My name is on everything, and she's co on everything, but I want out. So I said, no problem. I got you. So she sent me over everything that she had, and y'all know, I'm not an attorney or anything like that, but I did have some business law classes now. Don't get it twisted. I had business law in undergrad and school, and that was one of my favorite classes, and I made all A's, okay? I always said I should have been an attorney. And I did look into going back to law school and taking the entry exam to go back into law school. I always said I should have been an attorney. So anyway, I looked at the lease, I looked at the LLC, I looked at everything, and what I did was I drafted up a document for them both to look over, and it allowed her, and they got it notarized, and they gave it to the landlord of the facility, and he was okay with it. And I talked to the young lady and said, look, blah 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 blah, you know, this is the situation. Will you look this over? You know, and then, you know, we'll give you a couple of days and you can sign it. And, you know, everything was notarized and they got out of the lease, right? She got out of the lease. She was able to get out of the lease. But there was so much tension between the two of them for whatever reason. Y'all know how women get. For whatever reason, there was a lot of tension between the two of them. They were business partners for years, but the young lady that consults with me, she didn't want to interact with her business partner anymore. So I was the liaison between her and her business partner. And so I do things like that as well. Come in, you know, and speak on your behalf. Because like I say, everybody can't interact with people, and sometimes a lot of people don't want to deal with conflict and confusion, and it just takes sometimes a non-biased person to intercede and to come in and to, you know, and kind of smooth things out, you know. And I think that, you know, when you're a business owner, I think that you should try to stay away from conflict as much as you can, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you're a business owner, you are your brand, right? When people see me, this is what I do. This is my business, this is my brand, right? This is my business and this is my brand, right? So I think that when you own a business, I think that you should try to stay away from as much conflict and as much, you know, being in a bunch of foolishness as you can, because people will remember, oh, that's the owner of Innovative Business Consulting. Oh, that's the owner of so and so and so, and she out here acting like that. Oh, I don't want to do business with her. She do that. I don't want to do business with her. And you know, I often see people on social media, and I tell clients this: watch the way you present yourself on social media too. I often see people that own businesses on social media just acting real, just out of pocket, just saying things that are real, just ignorant. That's real derogatory towards certain things. It's okay to have your opinion, but it's a time and place to voice your opinion. And when you have a business and when you have a brand and you're attached to it, then you have to move a different way, right? You kind of have to move a different way. I guarantee you, you will not see the CEO, what's his name? I forget his name. That white man of Chick-fil-A out here running ragged. You ain't gonna see him in these streets talking crazy, because he has a brand, right? And he has a good brand. Chick-fil-A is a billion-dollar, probably trillion-dollar business. Okay. So you will not, as a matter of fact, I think they are, because I think I did some type of financial thing when I was in school with Chick-fil-A. I can't remember. But you can always Google financial documents of any business. So you can Google Chick-fil-A and all of their financial statements, their balance, everything will come up and tell you their whole financial layout, right? It'll come up and tell you their whole financial layout. A lot of people don't know that. Any business, any well-known business, you can Google them. Starbucks, you can Google, and all their financial info come up, right? So with marketing, you have to make sure that you present yourself, right? And you got to present yourself in the right way. It can't come out, you know, because first impressions are lasting impressions. First impressions are lasting impressions, right? So you got to come out knowing straight out the gate, knowing your product, your service, your demographic. Let's talk about demographics. A lot of people in business fail. Now they say, you know, if you can make it, you know, past 5 years, you're good. But a lot of times, my opinion, a lot of people fail in business because they don't do their research. They don't study their market and they don't study their competitor. You always got to study your enemy, your competitor. That's just common sense. A lot of people don't study. Let me see. Know your target market. Yeah, you gotta know your target market. You have people that wake up and they, oh, I want to start a business. Oh, boom. You know, they may have the money, they may have the backing, they may have investors. They have not studied their market. And there are so many analyses that I learned in school to be able to study your market and how to position yourself against your competitor. Because in any market, there's gonna be a competitor, right? And most of the markets in Atlanta are saturated in the service industry. We know that, right? But you got to have a marketing plan, a good marketing analysis. And that's what I do. I sit down and you say, hey, Felicia, I want to start a t-shirt business. I say, okay, cool. So what type of t-shirt business you want to start? Well, I'm thinking about, I want this logo, I want that logo. Like Nesto say, anything with God on it is going to sell. Now, y'all can say what y'all want to say about Nesto. You can say what you want to say about him. But when he said that, I said, that's a businessman right there. Dion was selling t-shirts. Dion was selling. You remember that day when he said that? Dion said, Daddy, I'm out here selling t-shirts. He said, I'm out here, I got my press machine. And then, we joke. Let me see. He needs to help his son out selling. Yes, the sucker shirts. Yes. We out here joking about Dion, but Dion trying to make an honest living and keep his ass out of jail like his daddy. And I respect that. I don't have no problem with nobody out here trying to make an honest living. I don't care what you selling. If it's honest and it's gonna keep you from behind them prison walls, down with you. I'm 10 toes down with you, right? So Dion said, look, Daddy, I got this t-shirt business going on. Nesto that was beneath him. That was beneath him. He would never. But what Nesto did say, he knew in order for those t-shirts to sell, you need to put something that's near and dear that people can relate to, and it's going to target a certain market. And he knows that the market for God, Christianity, faith, believers is overwhelming. So he told Dion, if you put anything on that t-shirt, put something on it about God. I say, now that right there, that's thinking. That's thinking. So if you want out the t-shirt business, you actually got to sit down and say, okay, so what type of t-shirts are my competitors selling? What catchy phrase or logo do they have on their t-shirts? What's relevant now? What like the young people are saying now, clock that T. Is that something catchy that could be on a t-shirt? I just seen a lady on YouTube. She has a t-shirt line called Soft Life. Because what we women, we out here, we want to live the soft life. That's catchy now. Women are saying that now. So she has a t-shirt that she's making, that she's selling. It's called Soft Life, right? And then you want to get into the colors. And then you want to get into the the quality of t-shirt. Do you want it to be cotton? Let me see. Hey, Natasha, I'm talking everything business. Y'all know when I put this shirt on, when I put one of my shirts on, y'all know it's every business. I ain't woo-ha, and I ain't talking about relationships, and I ain't sharing nothing. I ain't talking about my man. I ain't doing none of that. We business today. I'm sharing with y'all because I don't know if it's any of you all who want to start a business, who want that another stream of income. It's simple, y'all. You just say, hey, Felicia, I got this business idea. I want to execute it. I don't know what to do to execute it. What do you think? And that's what my $99.99 consultation fee is. We sit down, we talk. You say, hey, Felicia, I want to start a business. I don't know, if this is a good idea. Where do I start? Can you give me any ideas? We sit down, we do a business model. We come up with a marketing strategy. We talk about positioning. We talk, if it's going to make you some money. Is it worth it? We can do an analysis. I can project what type of money, what type of revenue, because I have an MBA and I can project what type of money, what type of revenue you will have at the starting point and maybe 90 days out. So if the business is going to be to your advantage to start, or if it's not going to be a good business idea. Every business idea is not a good business idea, y'all. And that's why people fail, because they don't do their homework, they don't do the research, and they don't consult with people like me to help them navigate through the process. It's a process that you have to go through. And I know we hear people all the time talking about, I started a business, I did this, I did that, and I guarantee you that they had some hiccups along the way, right? Things could be so much easier if you consult with somebody who has an expertise in the industry, in the business industry. And I actually do. I actually can project things and people, I don't know about that. I don't think that's a good idea. Like, let me see what Natasha, yes, you need more than just a dream. You need more than just a dream. Get yourself out here and you be wondering, like, oh, what am I doing wrong? Sometimes you have to take a different approach. An innovative approach is it, thinking outside the box. You don't never want to do what your competitors are doing. Just gave you the perfect example. Chick-fil-A said, we gonna tell our employees to say, my pleasure, my pleasure. How many, they said at least 3 times during the whole process of you getting your food. My pleasure. Can I have some spicy sriracha? Sure, my pleasure. Can I have some napkins? Sure, my pleasure. Y'all, that's out of the box. It's a customer service box strategy. Somebody in their marketing team way long ago when they opened sat down and said, we gonna hit these people hard with customer service. We gonna hit them hard because chicken is everywhere. And y'all, they do some stuff with their chicken. That's why it's addictive. And I'm gonna leave that alone. That's why I don't take my butt back over to Chick-fil-A. I hadn't had Chick-fil-A in like 3-4 years. They do something over there, to keep that line coming around that building. It's not the customer service. But I'm gonna leave that alone. They always acknowledge you by your name too. Yes, that's a good point, Jay. They do. They do. And that's a good point. Customer service is everything. I love when I go in a place and they know and they be like, hey, how are you? I'll tell you who had a black business that has good customer service. I don't know if you all have ate there, but it's called Grits and Eggs, and it's right over here. It's one right over here by me, and they're all over Atlanta. They're a little bit pricey. The chef is a well-known chef. I think he was incarcerated and, he came out. He became a chef. It's him and his wife. Beautiful couple. The wife is there at the desk a lot of times, and he's in there. And then I think the co-owner is in there as well. But when you go there and you walk in, they be like, hey, how are you? How you doing today? Glad to see you. We'll sit you in just a minute. And I'll be like, oh, okay. It's a warm feeling. The vibe is good. The food, the food is good. It's a little pricey because I think chicken and waffles, it's going to cost you about $40. It's going to be between 30 and 40, but that's okay though, because you're getting impeccable service. You're not waiting. Your food, one of my pet peeves for a restaurant is for my food to come out and it's not hot. Because y'all know I like to eat. I'm a foodie. I love to eat. So I need for my food to be on point. That's one of my pet peeves is for my food to come out and it not be hot. But their customer service is good. Their customer service is really good over there. I'm going to, yeah, try it. Try it. They're in. I go to the one over here right down the street from Cumberland. Try it, Jay. It's called Grits and Eggs. Look them up. They're all over Atlanta, and they have a pianist playing the piano, and it's just a vibe. It's just when you go in there, it's like the hostess is at when the wife is not there. The host there, she's just real friendly and talking to you while you're waiting for your to be seated. They're offering they did a collaboration with a coffee brand, which I thought was a great business move. They actually let this coffee brand put a coffee bar inside of the restaurant, and I think it's Peace Coffee or something like that. So while you're sitting, waiting to be seated, they come out and offer you coffee and samples. It's a vibe. It is a vibe. And I'm like, oh, I'm coming back here. I'm coming back here. Oh, okay. So, me and baby girl, we've been a few times. See, my son had a lot of trials and errors. He used to think to do outside of the box. Okay. Stands different from everybody else. Okay, so your son has a business. X too complicated. The business. Tell me what his business is, cause you gotta be innovative, especially in a saturated market, and that's what my business focus on for my clients. I sit down and I think of we got to do something different. You got to be innovative and you got to be progressive. You can't have a business and stand stagnant. You won't make no money. You won't make no money. You got to look into different things, or you won't maximize your profit. You just won't. No business makes money when they stand stagnant and don't do something outside the box, or don't do something that their competitor is not doing. You just won't. You'll stand flat. You'll be flat. You won't increase. You may stay flat or you may decrease. It depends on how quickly your competitor is moving and how saturated the market is. And that's just business 101. That's just business 101. And then another thing, if I know we're talking about people starting businesses, but if you already have a business and you say, Felicia, look, my money ain't moving. I've been making this amount of money. My books, when I go to my CPA, she said, I ain't really, last year I made this amount and I ain't really make more than that this year. My money ain't moving. Then it's time to sit down and your business model, right? It's time to sit down and restructure your business model. And that's what a lot of business owners don't do. They don't sit down. Things change. The economy changes. We know that a lot of people don't want to say it, but y'all, we in a recession. The economy changes, so that means your business model has to change. The way you do things that are structured around your business, it has to change as well, right? So at some point, you have to sit down with people and sit down with a business coach, and that would be me, Innovative Business. And I'm going to plug my business. This is all about my business, y'all. So if y'all ain't in here for business, I'm sorry. We not kicking and we promoting. You can also Jay, if you'll do me a favor, if you in here, can you put, if you don't mind, my website is www.innovativebusinessconsulting.org. On Instagram under innovative underscore business underscore consulting. I don't know if Samantha's in here or not, if she could pin it for me too. But I'm on all social media platforms. I am on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I have a lot of videos on Facebook. Years ago, I would do lives like this on Facebook, but I make them private and I wouldn't share. But now I'm sharing So I do have a lot of videos on my. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Jay Mama. Thank you. I appreciate you. Years ago, I'll go live, and if you go on my Facebook page, up under Innovative, yeah, that's correct. Consulting, the consulting, Innovative Business Consulting .org, and that'll take you to my website, innovativebusinessconsulting.org. Years ago, I've been doing this for a minute, y'all. I would go on Facebook and I would do lives and I would give business tips. So I do have those videos over on my Facebook page. I am on Facebook up under Innovative Business Consulting. I am on IG. I just posted over on my IG. I'm getting ready to amp up my social media posting. So I will be posting on my IG page, which is Innovative _ business _ consulting on IG. Y'all follow me over there because I post things over there a lot. I go over there and I drop little nuggets. I talk about first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. I talk about, I share different tips over there, different marketing tips, different branding tips. I share positioning. I talk about business models over there. I talk about a lot of things on my Instagram page related to this. Let me see. Okay, so your son has a clothing line. Okay, so his clothing line, is it geared towards his age group, or what type of clothes? What type of clothes is it? And does he do pretty well? And we like to buy clothes now. That's we like to buy clothes, but here's the thing. There's a psychological thing behind clothes. There's a time to sell clothes. There's a time to sell certain clothes. So you gotta know when. You gotta know when to position, promote. You gotta know when to do all that with your product and your service. Thank you, Jay. That's it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, Jay. So it's a time to sell. It's a time to sell clothes. Like, for instance, when school gets ready to come back in, maybe he want to amp up and do a promotion, back to school promotion. Like I was telling my esthetician, like today she's running a special for Father's Day. She priced it at $97. That's psychological pricing. The time for it, Father's Day, a special promotion. I do a lot of promotions around the holiday. I have like a holiday promotion. Giving a gift of an LLC. It's the gift that keeps on giving. It's the gift that keeps on giving. I would love for somebody to gift me a LLC. I would love to do it. I've gifted my daughter a LLC. I set up 2 LLCs. The Sammy Nicole and Fifi show is a LLC. Y'all know anything y'all see me on, anything I promote, it's money. I'm a business major. It's money behind everything I do. It's money. It's generating revenue. Because I got shit to pay for. And I like to eat. I like to ride. And I like to look cute. So if you want to make some money and you want another stream of income, and at this point, we all should have a second stream of income, y'all. There should not be one of us that don't have another stream of income. You say, Felicia, well, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to get started. Let me see. Exactly, Jay. Yeah. The key is to make money in your sleep. My phone goes off in my sleep. I have products out there I sell. I have videos that I have made on marketing that people buy. I talk about it because I'm humble, y'all. Now, I really don't boast and brag about what I do, what goes on. But the key is to make money in your sleep. It's to make money in your sleep. And you say, hey, Felicia, I don't really know where to get started. I got this business idea. I want to start a business. I had another friend, was very creative. And when I tell you she was creative with making gift baskets, oh my goodness. She could make a gift basket for any occasion. Any occasion. You just tell her what the occasion was, and she could make it. My grand having his 4-year-old birthday party. I need a gift basket. She said, okay. Tell her, you ask her how much she charged. She said, what? Come back with the basket. Everything related to a 4-year-old boy in the basket. Beautiful. Big baskets. The large one she sells for like $175, $150. Huge. She said, Felicia, I don't know what to charge. I don't know if I'm charging enough. Statistics show as Black women, we underpay ourselves. That's statistical, y'all. We underpay ourselves. I'll never forget, go back to my marketing teacher at Mercer. I did a marketing plan. I did a whole business package for my that I have now. I still have it. I got an A off it. And she went in and she saw what I was paying myself. And she was like, don't never lowball yourself. And this was a Caucasian woman said, don't never lowball yourself. Ask for your worth and then some. She told me, she said, ask for your worth and then some. So that's another thing that I do for people. Felicia, I got this product. I don't know what to charge for. And then we sit down and we talk about the cost of the product. The time that it takes you to go get the product. The time that it takes you to put everything together. So by the time I start adding up all your time and the actual cost of the product, then you'll be paid well for your product and your time. A lot of people don't know what to charge. A lot of people feel like if I overcharge or if I say that this is $50, people won't buy it from me. The people who want it and your target, like Jay just said, your target audience will buy it from you. They will buy it from you. If I see something and I like it, it's good quality, and I want it, I buy it. I don't deprive myself of nothing because life is too short. And I've worked too hard at this point in my life to deprive myself of anything. So never think that you are overcharging and people will not buy your product or won't pay for your service. That just means that is not your market. It's not your demographic. That's just not your, some people aren't, everybody is not going to be your demographic, right? So you have to know your demographic and know who to market to. And don't waste your time, right? So, perfect example. We know that Black women, we love the industry. We love it. We love to get our hair done, our nails done, our feet done. I'm one of them. I love all the things. I love all the things, right? All the things. Do you ever see them Asians with a commercial about getting nails done and pedicures? Have you ever seen Asians market? And what be in their beauty supply stores? Things they like. They target us. They studied us. They studied us. They studied us. He's a manager at Walmart and has a clothing line. He's learning and taking notes from his job. His brand has modern wear and black. Okay, so it's like urban streetwear. He didn't just want to target. Okay, it's not the urban community. Okay, so he wants to cross. Okay, and expand his brand. Got it. Got it. So, okay, good. So how is he marketing? How does he get himself out there? He has a website. Does he have a website? That's good. That's good because we like to look good, and if you in a good demographic area for that, if you're in a good demographic area for that, then that's good. Congratulations. Yes, that's right. That's right. Salute. I love Tasha. Y'all my tribe. We over here. We rock with each other. Congratulations. That's right. I love that for him. I love it. And I hope he does well. Sending all positives for his business. I love that. Because, they're saying, I was watching something on the news and they were saying that people aren't shopping in the stores. I don't know who they talking about. Because I just left genx. And y'all seen the video when I was in Old Navy. Old Navy had a good sale last weekend. Old Navy had a good sale. So they're saying people are more thrift store shopping, People are going to the thrift stores more. So I don't know who they talking about. But yeah, I love that. I love that. Sending positive energy for his business, and it grows, and it makes profit. Yes. I love that. So yeah, I want everybody to be able to, have another stream of income and know how to go about doing it. Every LLC process is different in every state. I know how to do it in the state of Georgia. I've registered a few businesses in the state of Georgia. I've did a couple of LLCs. I just did Samantha's last one. And I did one for 3 other people in the state of Georgia. It's pretty easy. The process is pretty easy. You want to definitely be registered. The first step is to, if you want to come up with a business, get your business model together, name together, how what name you want your business to have, and just wrap your head around all the process of starting the business and which direction you want it to go. Set goals for your business. Set goals for your business. Sometimes things don't move fast enough, and what you put in is what you're going to get out. I'm just going to be honest. You got to be consistent, and you got to put the work in. And I had to learn it the hard way. Like today, I decided today, I'm going to get up, get myself together, get dressed. I fixed me some yogurt, some berries, and some granola, y'all. I am yogurt, berry, and granola kick. Got myself together, got my laptop, and if I stayed here and did work, I wouldn't get anything done because I would be all over the place. I'd be like, I need to go in the kitchen and clean the kitchen. I need to go in here and do this. So I just take my laptop and I just go somewhere where I can sit down and focus on my business, send out some social media posts, update my pricing, search the market, see what's going on. So I really had to leave here to be able to do that. So I just went down to Panera's and I just took a few hours. I stayed down there for I was just focusing on my business. So you got to put the work in. You got to put the work in. You really do. You got to put the work in. Because when I filed my taxes this year and my CPA, when she say what's going on with the business, I want to be able to say this. I want to make sure that I put in the work in and really getting some, really making a profit, because I hadn't really been focusing on it, and I need to get back in it. I really do. I need to get back on my game with my business. So I thought I would jump on and just see if y'all had anything y'all have me. I jump on YouTube all the time. Y'all can bounce questions off of me. You know, y'all, if you don't want to ask me on YouTube, my business email is consulting underscore I, lowercase I, at yahoo.com. It's consulting underscore I at yahoo.com. That's my business email. Or you can just send me a DM on Instagram, or you can hit me up on Facebook, or you can go to my website as well. But I'm Googleable, y'all. I'm out there. I'm out there. My everything, I'm out there because I'm registered with the state. So my business is out there. My everything about me comes up. There's no secret about who I am. You know, at this point, I'm out there. So, and it's fine. It's fine because, you know, I'm covered. I don't really worry about people knowing who I am because I'm covered by the blood of Jesus. You know, I don't worry about all of that. So you can Google me and find me out there. I'm out there up under Felicia Purnell. Also out there, I may be out there up under Aaron, my maiden name. Some of the things, no, I'm out there under Felicia Purnell. My business is in Felicia Purnell. So I just want to jump on. Let me see. I like the experience of being around people and shopping. Yes. Okay. So you don't like online shopping, Natasha? I do. I like shopping. I do. I like going out. I like shopping. But I will buy some things offline sometimes. I will buy things offline. I do a lot of Amazon. I do a lot of Amazon. I really do. I do a lot of Amazon, y'all. Oh, and I also want to tell y'all, I'm going to give y'all a code to my Fetch. If y'all do a lot of shopping and you like to scan your receipts and get rewards from Fetch, and then you can turn it into a gift card. Like I have like over 14,000 points on my Fetch reward, and I think I might get maybe a $15 gift card to any place that I want to go to. So if you like to shop and you get a lot of receipts, y'all, don't throw your receipt. Download Fetch and scan your receipts, and you'll get points, and the points turn into gift cards that you can actually use at one of your favorite retailers. So make sure if you a shopper like me, and even if you get things off Amazon, you can also get the points from the things that you get off Amazon. If you like to shop, Natasha, because I love to shop. that's one of my weaknesses, y'all, is shopping. That I really need to. I don't do it as much as I used to, because it's like, how many things can you have? How many things can you have, and how many clothes can you wear, right? It's just like, I'm more so now about making memories, about traveling and spending time with people who I love, and the people who love me. I'm more so about that and materialistic things. When I was young, I used to want all the purses and all the shoes, but I have a lot of things. And then too, when I was married, my ex bought me a lot of I'm sorry gifts. So I got all kind of, all the designer stuff. I got it because I got a lot of I'm sorry gifts from him. So yeah, it is. So I'm more so about, making experiences and memories and spending time with the people. I think that's important, y'all, to spend time with the people you love and the people that love you, instead of materialistic things all the time. Clothes are nice, shoes are, but how much can you wear? How much can you wear? I even thought about being a minimalist. And then I was like, I don't know. I need to think about that a little bit more. I need to think about that a little bit more. I was like, I don't know. But yeah, y'all, let's get a business started. Right, Jay, right. So let's get us a business started. Okay, his name means king. Okay, so he's big. Okay, based on his brand is royalty. Oh, that's right. I'm helping him, but he doesn't. Communication and negotiation, and then he will come and discuss. Oh, I love that. I love that. X too complicated. He moving and shaking. negotiating, and knowing how to make deals, and having, talking to people, having the dialogue about your business, and engaging and cultivating business relationships. Let's talk about that. A lot of business owners have that problem where they cannot cultivate business relationships. They don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to, everything, y'all, is not a tug of war. Everything is not you get more by being kind and talking kind to people. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jay. And on my that's my IG, and on my business IG is the Innovative, and it's _business_consulting. I'm on IG too over there. But yeah, y'all, I think a lot of y'all have followed. That's my personal IG. It's open. Y'all can follow me over there. And I post a lot of stuff on my personal. I post a lot of little fun stuff on my personal IG. I post a lot that I don't really share on YouTube. But if you all go over there, I do have snippets and stuff of what I be doing. Like I went to the Juneteenth celebration on Friday. Y'all, I'm gonna get off topic, but I want to talk about y'all about the Juneteenth celebration. So I'm in Cobb County, and every year Cobb County, the NAACP chapter of Cobb County, which is a black woman who is the president, right? And I actually know her because my ex is good friends with her brother, the Browners, right? So she is the president of the Cobb County chapter, right? So they have 10th celebration every year. On Friday, it's like a party. They have it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday is the party where everybody, if you saw my video, I think I put a video up on YouTube. If you saw my, it's the all white block party. And when I tell y'all, it was a good time. Now, if anybody is in Georgia and know about the Marietta Square, that is a big deal to be able to hold an NAACP Juneteenth function in that square, Glover Park. Y'all know they used to us in that park. And when I tell you, it's just like, and this function has been going on for years, y'all. She's been yes, they used to from the trees in that park. Yes, the Marietta Square. They used to, and that's why I think the chapter for Cobb County intentionally has it there every year, because that area and that park is known for us back in the day. So now we are celebrating Juneteenth in that park. And when I tell you, it's just a good time, y'all. People bring their chairs, people bring their food. I sashayed down there. It's like from 6 to 11. I sashayed down there. Baby girl didn't go with me. I went down there by myself, and I put on my little white. My little white 1, 2, 3. You know what you gonna do. I put on my white, and I sashayed down there. And I had a good time, y'all. People are just talking, and y'all know I don't really meet strangers. I talk to everybody. I speak to people. I speak to everybody. So I met people. I was talking to them, and they was like, "You want something to drink? We got an extra cooler. We want some wine." And it was just a good time. I forgot to tell you, Jay. I got so excited. I forgot to tell you, Jay. I forgot to tell you. You could have went with me. I forgot, Jay. I got so excited when I got off work. Friday, I fixed me a veggie pizza, and I got myself together, and I got dressed, and I went down there. You know, I'm nowhere from the Marietta Square. Went down there, parked, and walked around. And I should have got my park chair out of my trunk, but I didn't. But I was able to sit down on the bench, and the music was good. It was just a vibe, y'all. It was just a vibe. It was just a vibe. So they have that on Friday. Yesterday they had another festival. But I didn't go because I had to go get my done. But yesterday they had another festival, and then today they had the tribute to all the fathers. So it's like a whole, the NAACP Cobb County branch, a whole function for Juneteenth. But Jay, they are having something in Smyrna on Thursday. They're having a Juneteenth on Thursday. They're having something on Thursday in Smyrna down at the park. So I'll probably go down there. But yeah, y'all, that was just really nice. It was really a good time. If y'all hadn't saw the video on YouTube, you can go to my IG. But I'm a party in myself. I just like to have a good time because I love music. I love, just being around people, and just interacting with people. So I had a good time. I didn't stay long, I think I stayed for a couple of hours because I ended up I paid for parking. I don't really be trying to park my car nowhere because in Atlanta they'll boot you and they'll give you a ticket, and I'd rather just pay $7 for parking and be through with it. So it was like $7 to park for 2 hours. So I stayed 2 hours and then I left. But I had a good time. It was a really good time, y'all. It was a really good time down there. Let me see. Okay. Oh, I'm off. I have a hair appointment that morning. It's at 6. I'll let you know. I'll send you the flyer. I'll text it to you, Jay. I'll text it to you, yeah. I took Juneteenth off too. Nah. Don't give me Juneteenth off, but you ain't got to give me something that I think I deserve. Especially if I got time. I took Juneteenth off. I did. I sure did. Hey, Queen Lily. Hey. We just talking about Juneteenth and all the Juneteenth celebrations. And we're also talking about my starting a business. I'm promoting my business today, Innovative Business Consulting. Anybody who wants to start a business, anybody who's interested in starting a business, I would be your person because I can help you make money. I am the money guru. I am the guru that you make money in your sleep. And I'm just not talking. I can help you make money in your sleep. If you follow my steps and do like I tell you to do, I guarantee you, your phone will be going off in the middle of the night. Ching, ching, ching. I tell my clients that you should not have a service and don't have a product. If you have a service, you should have a product. If you provide a service, you should have a product. My hairstylist, people want to know, well, how do I maintain my short pixie? And I'm just gonna give y'all some things, how my brain as a business major, how my brain is always geared. Pixies are hot now, right? I'm thinking about getting me one. Pixies are the thing now. Everybody got a pixie, right? Everybody got a pixie. Everybody got a pixie now, right? The thing is, how do you maintain a pixie? People want to know how to maintain a pixie. People want to know what product they need to put in their hair to maintain a pixie. If you are a hairstylist and you don't have a video that you are making money off of for people to watch, pay and watch, you losing out. All you got to do is set up a camera and show how to maintain a pixie or talk about it. Upload it and sell it. And people will watch it. And you can make money off that. You can make money off videos as a product. So that's what I help people do. If you have a service, I can guarantee you, I can tell you what product you can come match that service up with to help you make money in your sleep. It's easy. We all should have a second stream of income. You got to put in the work. I'm not going to tell you ain't got to put in the work. You're going to put some work in now. Anything worth having, you're going to have to put in the work. Nothing comes easy in life. Nothing. Anything worth having, I don't care what it is, tangible or intangible, you're going to have to put in the work. And that's just life. That's just life. So you got to be willing to put in the work. So if you provide a service and you not selling a product to go along with it, what you doing? What you doing? Like I told my esthetician, where are your creams? We're in summertime. Sunscreen. Black people who wear sunscreen. I keep one in my purse. I put on a sunscreen. When I do my videos of me walking in the morning, I put on sunscreen before I go out there. Told her, you're an esthetician. We need to know what we need to do to stay hydrated in this summer heat. What type of sunscreen? What different levels? SP7, I don't know. So there should be video. She should have videos. And this is the type of thing I tell her. You should have videos. Put a price on them. Put a price on them. It's too complicated. It just came to me. Tell him to start doing videos matching up his clothes. Like, this goes with this. You can wear this shirt with this, or you can wear this shirt with this. You can buy this outfit for da 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 da. But you can switch. You can get 10 outfits out of this one outfit that you pay da 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 da. How is he marketing his clothes? People want to get bang for their money, for their buck, right? 2 shirts, pair of pants, 5 outfits. You can wear it different ways. Just add different belts to it. Add a hat to it. Add different sunglasses to it. You know, sunglasses elevate an outfit. How is he? Hey, Nata. How is marketing his clothes where people think they're getting a lot? We want to think psychological. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Get on that psychological, because that's important. And that was one of my things in school. Psychological marketing. And then I'm going to get off because I've been on here for a minute. But psychological marketing. You got to make people think that they're getting a lot for what they're paying for. Right? We all want to know that our money is going a long way. So he's selling clothes. How is he styling the clothes he sells them? Is he saying, you can buy these khaki pants? And I'm just giving a scenario. I don't know how his clothes look. Is he saying, you can buy these khaki pants, but you also can get these two t-shirts that will go along with these khaki pants, and I'll throw in a pair of socks, and then you can mix match. You can have 3 outfits for this amount of money. I have family there. Okay, my sister and her husband, they attend those meetings. She keeps trying to get him to move into Georgia. I told her that would be hell no, $4,000, Alex. Okay. Hell no, I want him to come here. We don't want him to come here. Okay. But yeah, tell the way he's marketing. I don't know if they got a marketing strategy down or not, or what. But email me if he wants some help with, or get a better idea. And I'll give you some tips. It's too complicated. But yeah, I was just thinking about that. It's just different things that you can do, to increase your profit. And that's the goal, right? That's the goal at the end. And every quarter. And that's where a lot of business owners, they don't know how to transition into each quarter, right? You got to know how to transition into each quarter. So when you get to that last quarter, you want to look back and say, ooh, there was a gradual, I came up. I came up, right? I came up. And you want to be able to, a lot of business owners, they don't know how to track their finances. They don't know how to keep up with their money. That gets you in trouble with the IRS. Everything is a write-off. I bought this coffee today, but I'm on here talking to y'all. I got on my shirt. It's related to my business. It's a write-off. I got the receipt in my phone because I use my app. It's a write-off. It's a business write-off. This $5 coffee. When I itemize for food for my business, going out to eat food, this is a write-off because it's related. It's related. As long as I got the receipt, I got the video, I got my shirt on. I'm talking to y'all about business. My coffee is a write-off. So it's little things that you need to know about business. You know, and I'm your person for that. I'm your person for that. Once again, before I leave, for those of you who don't know who I am, who watch the replay, my name is Felicia Purnell. I am the owner of Innovative Business Consulting. I'm on all social media platforms. My website is www.innovativebusinessconsulting.org. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I help entrepreneurs, small business owners, maximize their profit, increase their revenue with an innovative approach. I think outside the box. I teach you how to position yourself in a competitive market. I teach you about marketing, branding, and I also help you with your business model. A lot of people get in trouble with that. And I also let you know when you need to restructure your business model. You cannot stay in business for 20 years and have the same business model and increase your profit. Because the economy is forever changing. And that's facts. That's factual. That's factual. So I'm going to jump off, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all coming on this Sunday and we talking business. Y'all email me if you don't want to ask any questions here. Email me at consulting_i@yahoo.com. Y'all can email me any of your questions about business, or if you want to set up a consultation, or if you just have any questions, you know, you want to ask Felicia, I want to start a t-shirt, a mug. I have one of my classmates, his wife, 1 year, I supported all black female businesses, right? I bought everything black female businesses, right? Everything. I was searching for black women who own black business. I bought all kind of cups, all kind of t-shirts. I bought everything. I bought scarves, earrings. Any black woman that was on Instagram, I supported business 1 year. So my classmate, his wife sells mugs, right? And she's a doctor. She's a doctor, but she has another stream of income. And she sells these mugs. She's Delta. So she sells all of the Greek mugs. She sells coffee cups. And she sells tumblers. She does well. All she does is promotes it on her Instagram page. And she does well. I said, well, you just thought about, well, you know, I just thought about, you know, I like mugs, and I just thought it would be a good idea. She said, My classmate is retired from AT&T. So she say her second stream of income allows her and my classmate to go on trips. Just having that extra money. So, whatever you want to execute, whatever idea you want to execute, and we are some creative people, y'all. We are some creative people. Some of us are just creative by just by nature. Can come up with some creative ideas. We can cook, we can bake, we can sew, we can make different, little gadgets and gadgets. We can consult. Some of us are just creative, by gift. Let me see. I help him. His marketing. Okay, you help him with his marketing and his photo shoots, YouTube and other outlets. Okay, my sisters. Okay. It's too complicated. Do you know his YouTube or his you put the name again in the chat so we can check him out? You can go ahead and promote him here. And anybody else who want to promote, if y'all have a family member or anybody y'all want to promote their business. And once again, and if you want to start a business and you're not that business, minded, I'm the type of person that can come in and do your, the business, managing of your business, do your paperwork, do your numbers, make sure that, your tax filing ready at the end of the year, let you know what you can write off. It's a lot of times, we just don't know. We just don't know. We just don't know, And it was a lot of things before. Been with my CPA for maybe like 5-6 years. She's a black woman. Then we talked about Ashley on our show. And when I go to file for my business, it was a lot of things that I didn't know I could do. And so sometimes you just don't know, This is so helpful. We're all putting our black girl magic together. Yes, Natasha, we are. Like I said earlier, I know we like to have a good time, but sometimes you have to get serious and be about your money. You got to be about your money. You got to get on your grind. And it's cool to have a good time. And I'm all for that. I'm for a good kiki, a good laugh, a good having time. But I'm also about business. At the end of the day, because I like things. As my ex-husband used to tell me, you just like shit. You just like shit. And I do. I like things. I like to be comfortable and I like to live a certain type of way. And you just gotta, and in order for me to be able to fund the lifestyle that I like, I gotta get out here and be on my stuff. Yeah, okay. He gives away 5 different outfits. And they can be advertised as well. Oh, that is so nice. I love that. Because what? If you keep your hand closed and be a blessing, if your hand is closed, can't nothing come in. But once you release it and open your hand up and give back, then the blessings come back. And I like that. I like that. It's a blessing to be a blessing. It's a blessing to be a blessing and to give it. Absolutely. Absolutely it is. I love that. I love that. But yeah, I wanted to come on and, just talk to y'all about starting, there go baby girl, about starting a business. Baby girl has her LLCs. She came to me and she was like, "Ma, I want to do this. I want to do that." So we sat down and we got her a couple of LLCs. And that was my gift to her, to get her LLC started. And we made the channel to a LLC. We actually made the channel into a LLC. And then talking trademarking, that's another thing. And X too complicated, that might be something you want to talk to, or his aunt want to talk to your son about trademarking. I don't know, how his brand is set up, but sometimes you want to trademark. My esthetician, she's trademarked. When you go on Instagram and you see in the corner the TM, that means that the business is trademarked. You can't touch it. The name, anything around it, you can't touch it. So yeah, so like I said, I just wanted to come on and talk to you all and spend some time with you all talking about business, so we all can, the economy is changing. We don't know, what it's gonna be, and so we always gotta have a plan B. You always gotta have a plan B, y'all. You always gotta have a plan B, and you always gotta be able to shift. Right? Let's talk about shifting. Nothing stays the same. Anything could happen, right? Anything could happen with us at any given time, right? So you got to be able to pivot and shift. And with the economy, right? You got to be. Thanks, Fee. Dropped a wealth of knowledge on today. You're welcome, Jay. I appreciate you all. You're so sweet. Y'all so kind. And I tell people all the time, who would have known that I would have found my tribe here on YouTube? People that I don't know. Y'all been rocking. Y'all start rocking with us over on the Sammy, Nicole, and Fifi. That channel has grown tremendously. Then I said, hey, I have always had a YouTube channel, but I never really got on here. It was just a lot going on. I told y'all I started this channel when I first got divorced because it was just like an outlet for me to be able to get on YouTube and talk about a lot of different things. So Sammy reminds me of my son. Okay, yeah. So I started the channel, years ago. If y'all go back and look at some of the old videos, I started it, I think, when I was separated. I wasn't even divorced. I think my first video, I was sitting in my car and I was talking about, starting over. And, I never really got on here a lot. And a lot of my videos were just about what I was doing, my day in and out life. Videos on here where I talk about when I was in therapy for a couple of years, which really helped me. I talked about a lot of that on my channel. And then I started to talk about my relationships, dating. That's before I got in, because y'all know I got a man. So I started talking about, dating. And then, people just gravitated to the channel. And now it's up almost to 2K, But it doesn't matter of the quantity. It's the quality of people who come in like you guys and rock with me. I don't care if I had 5K. The quantity doesn't matter to me. It's the quality of the people who come and listen to me and who rock with me, and that's priceless. That's priceless. That's what matters, y'all. I see, people come in all the time. Right, my time. I don't, people get real, real beside themselves with numbers. But me being a business person, numbers are good, but it's the quality. It's the quality for me. It is. And y'all come in, y'all ring, and I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate that. Y'all good people. Y'all give me a lot of input. I know a lot of y'all, taught me through the process, of dating and just, giving me advice. And we kiki, we have our little girl talk, we talk shit, but today was a different vibe. Today was a different vibe. I said, I need to come on here and I need to let's talk about business. Let me give back to the people who rock with me. right? Like you said, your son gives back. It's too complicated. You know, I have knowledge about business. I've been doing this a long time. Sometimes I don't know what it is, but sometimes things just pop out. Samantha say all the time, "Mom, you real good. How did you think of that?" I don't know. I've always had a business mind. I've always been able to look at numbers and crunch numbers and figure things out. And I'm real analytic. So I'm able to look at things and analyze things and kind of, figure out what's going to work and what's not going to work. Hell, I shot them damn classes I took, and I should be able to figure something out. I'm telling y'all, I should be able to figure something out. But I've always had a business mind. So I said, well, let me just get back. Let me see if my people are interested in starting a business. Let me see if they want to execute a business, or if they have a business and they just don't know, they need help. Sometimes you just get stagnant. You don't know which way to go, right? And then there's so many people out here on social media talking about, you hear all the time, especially in Atlanta, these women having these business empowerment classes and business empowerment, workshops, and you pay them $200 and $300, and half of them ain't went to school for nothing. Now you can Google some stuff, but when it comes down to crunching numbers and analyzing things and formulas, there's actually business formulas. You can't Google that shit. You got to know how to move numbers. There's a place called In and Out. And this is one of my pet peeves with a business. When I go to a business and they tell me they out of something, and I'm talking about major business, that grinds my gears. Oh, we don't have no more of that. We ran out of that. Who taking inventory? What formula are you all using for inventory? How are you going to run out of your most requested product? You've had 5 people come in here and ask for the same thing that I asked for since I've been in here. You have lost a certain amount of money because somebody didn't know how to take inventory. Somebody didn't know the in and out method. And if you are in business or a business major, you know the in and out method. It's taught to you in accounting. It's a formula. You never run out of your main selling product. Never. Never. So when I hear people talk about, they giving a class on this, they doing business on this, they doing this, they doing that. And I be thinking, what are their credentials? Because y'all, school was hard as hell. It was hard. Now, undergrad, and I don't know if it was hard because I was old. That probably had something to do with it. Y'all think so? Shit. It was hard. It was difficult. But grad school was even harder. I thought finance was going to take me out. My ex literally paid for me a tutor. He paid like $2,000 for me to have a tutor. That's just how hard but I passed with an 8 on. And I had a finance calculator and still struggling. Because of the formulas. You have to know where to put the numbers at, when to put the numbers, and how to put the numbers. And if you don't have the credentials or the knowledge or the education, just out here finessing this thing called business empowerment. Let me teach you how to do this. Let me teach you how to do that. That's just fluff and finessing. And that's just my opinion. If you're going to a business empowerment or one of them business these women be having in Atlanta, let me teach you how to get this, let me teach you how to do this. Know who you paying your money to. Make sure they have the credentials behind their name and they have had the proper learning and education and knowledge. And at the end of the day, when numbers hit that paper, and when you go to your CPA, that third quarter, you want to be able to know that going to that class or that empowerment session, that they taught you something and you made some money. My son has always talked about having his own business at 7. Oh, he started to be all together, and now he wants to make sure his sister, yes, definitely part of it as we get older. It does. Yep, the numbers. To me, at the end of the day, it's about numbers. I move numbers all day long. That's what I do, numbers. I get numbers. I'm constantly telling my body, my numbers ain't looking. Numbers. Numbers. Now, I can sit here and talk all day and give you all kind of fluffiness about starting a business, how to execute it, your business model. But at the end, if I don't help you make money, what I say is null and void. Because at the end of the day, it's about money. It's about money. That's what makes the world move. Money. It's about money. It's about me helping you navigate through the process of being an entrepreneur. And the end goal is to profit. Right? We want to make profit at the end of that last quarter of the year. And you want to be able to track it. People just be out here providing services, providing products, and then you ask them, well, what your books looking like? What you make last month? What you make? What was last year like? Some people can't even tell you that have full-grown business what their profit looks like from year to year. They can't tell you. They don't even know how to do a spreadsheet or how to pivot out or how to pivot out things. Excel does all that for you. But some people don't have that knowledge, and that's why I come in. And that's why when you go to these places, and these seminars that these women have here in Atlanta, and if y'all live in Atlanta, I don't know, there's always some type of seminar, business seminar, women are going to, tell you how they made their money. Half of them be messing around with street dudes that in their business. They don't tell you that part. That's who you invest your money in when you want to start a business, or when you're looking to start a business, who you get your knowledge from. Just be careful that they have the credentials and the backing of the knowledge that they share. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not knocking nobody hustle. I ain't knocking nobody hustle, because I need to do me one. I need to do me an empowerment for about $200 a head. Rent me out a venue. They have to keep telling me I need to do one. And me and my hairstylist, we talked about doing one together. And we just never really sat down and talked about the logistics of it. But all right, y'all, I'm going to go. My phone about to die. I appreciate you all. Once again, I am Felicia Purnell, the owner and CEO of Innovative Business Consulting. You can reach me out on all platforms. My beautiful mod, Jay, has put my website in the chat. So y'all check me out. Holler at me. Send me an email. Let me know. X too complicated. Let me know if I can help your son in any way. I'll be happy to do so. And I'll talk to y'all later. Maybe next time I come on and kiki. I don't know right now. Right now I'm on my grind. I'm focused on, I need to stay focused. I need to stay focused on my grind because I got some goals. I got some stuff I need to do. I'll talk to y'all later. I'll see y'all later. Bye.